Alright guys, it is time for the Riddler Guide, Physical Challenges, line number 5. Let's not waste any time and get right into this. Let's look at number 1, which is to use the Freeze Blast to freeze an armed enemy before taking him out. Very easy to do. Get on your map. This is post-game on easy. Find some dude who's got a gun. Take out your freeze, which is the top right. Throw it at him. And then you basically just gotta take him out. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take this guy out first because he's shooting me. There will be a prompt when you walk up to the guy that's iced, and it's gonna say triangle to do an ice smash takedown. Basically just hit it and you get the award. Guy has to have a gun, hence the armed thug. Not that difficult, and that is that. Let's go right on to number 2, which is going to be to use the smoke pellet to disorient an armed enemy and follow up with a takedown. Once again, find yourself an armed enemy. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to throw a smoke pellet at him. I prefer to do it when I'm near him. I just hit triangle. He's a little bit confused, and a prompt will come up even though you're facing right at him that says triangle for silent takedown. As you saw, he was shooting right at me. I hit the smoke pellet. He didn't turn around. He was still facing at me. The prompt will come up. Do it. I had trouble throwing smoke pellets at guys, then going down and getting it, so I did it by walking right up to a guy and doing it. Let's go ahead and move on to number 3, which is the disarm an enemy using the Batclaw Disarm. There's 3 of these required. I apologize for this video, guys. This happened to me on accident. I did not mean to get this achievement here. This was actually a video for another line to use the wreck to blast an armed thug. I apologize for it, but you'll see what I do in here. I hop around. To do this, what you have to do is hit L1 triangle. You'll see I just did it right there. I didn't mean to. I don't know why I did it, but it popped up. This is kind of annoying me, but I'm not about to replay the whole game just so I can have a better video with the pop-up happening. Basically, what you got to do is just hit L1 triangle near a guy who has a gun, and it's going to pull it right out of his hand. I hope that helps. Next, we're going to use the disruptor to jam the gun of an armed enemy and then get him to try and fire. Very simple to do, just got to find a guy with a gun. Once again, post-game anywhere with a gun. Go ahead and hit right, which is going to pull out the disruptor. Aim at the guy with the gun. Hit R1 to disarm the weapon. It'll do that cool little spinny thing, and then if you go in detective mode, you'll see they turn blue. Gonna just jump down in front of him, and he's going to try firing at me. And he's going to go, oh, what's with my gun? And that's really it. Techniques also needed in a couple challenges for the campaigns and stuff like that. Not that difficult to do. Just gotta disrupt the gun and walk in front of them. Very easy. Number 5, we're gonna move on. It's to use the remote electrical charge to temporarily disable a backpack jammer device. Once again, this is post-game on easy. I went on down to the subway, and what I did is I walked into the room with the train cars in it, and there was a guy with a backpack there. Gonna pull out the wreck. You can see he's got the triangle above his head in detective mode, which means he has the jammer. Gonna pull out the wreck. Gonna go ahead and jam him. And you get the achievement. Now, I want to note something about this, so I'm gonna let this video go on for a little while. When I first came into this room, the backpack guy was not there. I actually completed another achievement, I think it's the next one I do, in this room, and then the backpack guy just showed up out of nowhere. I don't know why that happened, but if you come into this room and he's not there, try attacking enemies and seeing if he shows up, because he literally showed up in this room after that. Now, I just want to show you, he does have the backpack on. You can see it. It's got that cool little antenna, and it's just letting out those little, bleepy things out of it. So anyway, let's move on to number 6, which is to take down an enemy using a Sonic Shock Batarang. This is very easy to do. Find any enemy with an armband. We're still in the subway. I'm going to pull out the Sonic Shock Batarang, which is going to be done by hitting down. You can see I just left off the other video here. Just going to pull it and throw it at a guy and detonate it. That's really it. If you hit the guy dead on, it will actually knock him out without you having to detonate it. But I just want to show this to you guys. They have to be wearing an armband. You can see it right there, that green blinking thing. That's how you have to knock out one of those guys for it to actually kill them, or knock them out rather. That has to happen. So look in the subway post game. That's where they're hiding. The guys with the armbands, the heartbeat monitors, whatever you want to call them, and that's really the trick to that one. Now let's move on to number 7, which is to perform an inverted takedown from a vantage point. Pretty easy to do. I'm sure you've already gotten this already if you've played the game at all, but I'm going to do it. Still in the subway, because there's tons of vantage points and tons of enemies. Basically, get on a vantage point, wait for an enemy to go under it, and hit triangle. It'll do an inverted takedown, and that's the achievement. Now, what I do, I always cut these guys down after I do this. I never leave them hanging up there. You'll see I'll take a Batarang and throw it at the rope. That'll actually cut him down. What that's going to do is that's going to make that vantage point usable for another inverted takedown. If the guy's hanging there, you cannot do another inverted takedown, but if you cut him down, the prompt comes up again, and you can do another inverted takedown in the same vantage point. Pretty neat tip if you didn't know that, but I never leave the guys hanging up there. I always cut them down. And that's really it for that one. Not too difficult. I'm sure you have this one already if you've been playing the game, because inverted takedowns are a must. We're going to go on to number 8, which is the last one, which is to perform a knockout smash. There's 5 required. You can see my progress is already 1, so I'm only going to show you 4 here. What a knockout smash is you want to get up behind the guy, have the prompt for a silent takedown, and then you want to start performing the silent takedown, and you want to immediately hit square. You can technically hit square anytime during the silent takedown before you knock him out, and it will do the same thing, but I hit it immediately. You'll know you'll do it because it'll make that loud crash noise as if you just knocked someone out. But here I'm going to do it triangle, and I hit square immediately, made the loud crash noise, and it's a different animation also. So that was 1. This is 2. Just knock him out. Pretty easy. Hit the triangle when it's prompted for the silent takedown, hit square immediately. Here's 3. Cool little action there. And we're going to move right on to 4. We're going to stalk this guy down. Once again, I'm only doing 4 because I already had 1 done by the time I did this video. Triangle and square, knockout smash, 5 of them. That is it for that achievement. Now, if you've been watching these videos, this is line 5, which means that that is technically all of the physical Riddler challenges you need to complete your Platinum Trophy. There are a couple more, 5 to be in fact, Catwoman challenges. I am going to do a video on those, but you do not need them for the Platinum. And so look out for that one. Also, I'm going to go more in depth on ones that you guys request. I'm already put up one for the aerial attack in high def, going a little bit more into detail for it. So if you're having trouble with these, leave a comment, send me a PM, whatever you need to do. I will try and go more in depth and get some more gameplay for you and describe exactly how to do these if you're still having problems. I really appreciate you guys watching. You've probably turned the video off by now, but I really appreciate the support, and I hope that this helps you guys get your Platinum Trophy.